Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. It is Tuesday morning. I'm double checking that this works because yep, there we go. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to your yoga class. Strong flow, twisty spine today. So I want to do quite a strong class with a lot of twists. I have started this Wim Hof fast challenge, which is very simple. You just fast every Monday. I've posted a video of him in the comments where he basically quite funnily just says, we're eating too much, we're all sitting at home, join me in this challenge. And I decided to just do it because it's been a while since I was fasting actually. I've done longer fasts once a year. Every year it's about to come up again. I've done every year in June, I've done a few days. The longest I did was 5 days of water fasting. And I also had periods of time where I would fast 1 day a week, but I haven't done it for a while. And I figured it would be a good time to join. But so I fasted yesterday, and on Sunday I had a crazy day of eating pizza, ice cream, all this kind of stuff. So I suffered yesterday badly. So if you want to do this kind of thing, I would really strongly suggest to not start fasting a day after you've eaten a lot of shit, like me, because I had a big migraine. It was really not fun. So if you do want to do it, I would suggest spending a few days already eating a little bit healthier, maybe no sugar, no coffee, that kind of stuff. Anyways, the point of the whole story is that I figured today would be a really good day to do a lot of twisting after a day of fasting, because twisting the body, twisting the spine, compressing the digestive tract is really good for detoxifying. So especially after fasting, everything is already working in there. The belly is already started cleaning. So to enhance that, I thought to do a class full of twists. So that's what we'll do today. I have also a little bit of pain in my lower back and stuff. So I'm going to start it up quite slowly because I need to warm up properly. Let's start. I'm going to finish my tea. So take a moment to get yourself organized, situated. Make sure you have a nice mat. You're comfortable, and some blocks can also come in handy to help with the balance, to help with any alternative ways of leaning into the floor. Blocks are super useful, very handy to have. So if you have them, put them somewhere nearby. If you don't have blocks, you can have a few fat books that can also work. And of course, as always, I'm super happy to hear from you, how you feel, what you think about the class. I've now disabled the chat because I realized that I cannot answer you as I'm teaching. And then the chat disappears after, and it's very frustrating because I was seeing people saying stuff, and then when I stop the live stream, the chat for some reason disappears. So I disabled it. So if you want to tell me how you feel, tell me how the class goes for you, you can comment, and I can for sure answer you there. And that would be really nice because I suddenly realized I'm losing a lot of the communication with you guys. And that's, for me, something really important. That was the greatest reason for being on Facebook, that it's so easy to communicate on Facebook. But here on YouTube, the quality is much better. So yeah, if you have questions, if you run into stuff, also if you want to request stuff for following days, just comment and tell me how you feel, tell me how you go. And that is the end of my blah 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 for the day. So I'd say let's start. I'm going to turn on a bit of sound. So you can come to sitting on your mat. I'm going to turn on this. Yeah. Let's start in a child's pose today. So, any child's pose that feels good to you, you can have your hands next to your sides, or you can have them long out in front of you. Just taking a moment here to really sink your weight down. Softening the fronts of your hips, softening the back of your neck. And you can let your jaw hang gently open. So that your jaw is soft and relaxed, not clenching. Often tension in the jaw relates to tension in the neck, relates to tension in the shoulders, relates to tension in the hips. See if you can relax everything, softening everything. And start to send the breath down into your pelvis. Uncurling the tailbone, softening your sacrum. Releasing your lower belly on top of your thighs. Breathing deeply into the lower belly. And as you breathe out, letting everything sink down into the floor. And then start to roll your breath. So starting breathing into the lower belly, let it come move into the middle of the back. Feeling your lower rib cage expanding, your middle back rising a little bit. And from there, start to roll the breath all the way up into the shoulders. So breathing in, starting to breathe into the lower belly. And letting it move into the middle belly and all the way into the shoulder blades, into the neck. Letting it out with a sound if you'd like. Softening down, melting your body down. Take a few more deep breaths in your own time and let them out with a sigh. Walk your hands underneath your shoulders. Roll yourself up. Take the weight a bit forward, tuck your toes and come into a little ball.
If you're very flexible in the backs of your feet and your Achilles, maybe your heels come down to the floor here, but if they don't, it's completely fine. Mine don't come down to the floor. It's more about really releasing the whole back, dropping the top of your head down to the floor, uncurling your tailbone. Almost imagining like you could touch your tailbone with the top of your head, creating a full circle. Releasing the big muscles next to the spine, letting the head hang down, tailbone hang down. Softening the fronts of the hips, softening the chest. Make sure you have a soft focus into your belly button. Your eyes looking straight out of your skull. Still having that released jaw. And you can send your breath into any tense places in the spine. Just hanging here, very simple, very easy. Now slide your knees to the outside of your armpits. Drop your elbows down. Your knees are slightly opening. See if you can drop your torso down even lower, opening the knees a little bit. Still very, very relaxed, very easy, dropping the whole spine. Breathing into the belly, into the middle back, upper back. And as you breathe out, sink everything more down. Gently bring your knees back to the middle. And take one of your blocks. Let's come to a little squat on top of the block. So sitting on your block, opening your heels slightly wider than your sit bones. Feet parallel. Bring your elbows on the insides of your legs, maybe pressing against your calf muscles. Hands in prayer in front of your chest. Opening the knees a little bit wider, lengthening the back of your neck. Bring your sternum up. Stay there. From there, lift your right elbow up and bring it behind you. Keep the left arm pressing against your left knee on the inside and just gently twisting to the right. Coming back to the center, changing your arms, keeping your right elbow against the right knee, opening the left arm out to the left, twisting, very easy, gentle twist. Let's repeat that, coming back into prayer, opening the right arm to the right, twisting, looking all the way back. As you breathe out, twist a little bit more, changing sides. Super gently here, waking up the spine. Keep the right elbow, right knee connected, opening the left arm. Take a deep breath, and on the out breath, twist a little bit more. Coming back into the center. Take a moment here, lifting up the back of your head, pressing your sternum forward, gentle stretch on the inner legs. Now round your back forward. Fold your right arm around the right leg. Reach the left arm behind you. Clasp your right hand behind the right hip. Twisting now. Opening to the left and looking up. Gently changing sides. Your left arm comes on the inside of your left leg and folds all the way around. So your left hand palm is facing out. Back of the hand is against your hip. And bringing your right arm behind your back, clasping that left hand, binding them together, then twisting, looking up. Let's do that one more time on each side. Folding the right arm around the right leg, reaching behind your back with the left, twisting up and open. Changing sides, folding the left arm around the left leg, reaching for the left hand with the right arm behind the back, twisting, looking up. Then let's fold both hands around both legs. Give a gentle twist to the outsides of the shoulders. You can push your knees a little bit into your elbows here. Again, your hand palms are facing out, so the backs of your hands are against the backs of your hips. A few times pressing into your elbows. Good. Release the arms. Take your block away. Move your feet a little bit closer to each other. So your heels are underneath your hips. Now lift your heels up. You can use your fingers here to make sure that all of your toes are pointing forwards. Sometimes the outer toes like to roll away, but we want to stretch here the bases of the toes. So sit your hips down onto your heels, and you can take a few small movements back and front, stretching into the bases of your toes, getting your feet ready for a strong flow. And dropping your heels, keep your hands flat on the floor, shoulder width, start to twist your knees away. Very easily, very gently, side to side, twisting. Just warming up through the spine. You can let your head drop down. One more time each side, twisting your feet all the way around. And then on the next time, twisting your feet to the right, opening the right arm up. Releasing back down, changing side, twisting both your feet to the left. Lifting your left arm up, up, up. Coming back down, changing sides one more time. Feet to the right, right arm coming up. You can bring it even a little bit to the back. Gently coming back down. Twisting your knees and feet to the left. Opening the left arm up and maybe slightly to the back. Opening the chest. Gently coming back to the middle. Drop your knees down to the mat. Your toes are still tucked, so we're still stretching into those bases of the toes. Unless it's uncomfortable for you, you can also untuck your toes if this is too much for your feet. Your hands are flat, your fingers are very spread, so make them very wide. And start to lift your wrists off the floor a few times. Only the wrists, so the thumbs are sliding here, but the rest of the fingers stay in place, stretching into the bases of the fingers. Let's do 2 more times. Then opening your knees a little bit. Flip your palms, bring your fingertips facing you, hand palms on the floor, leaning back. And if it's easy, you can walk your hand palms a little bit more forward. Maybe lifting your knees off the floor. Gentle stretch for the wrists and the lower arms. Drop your knees back down. Start bringing your elbows in towards your chest, intensifying the stretch. Gently peeling off the whole hands, flipping the palms around so now your palms are facing up, fingertips facing you. Same thing, leaning back to stretch the top of your wrists. Preparing the hands and feet for taking weight very soon. Now, release that and come into all fours. Again, your fingers super wide and spread. Your hands right underneath your shoulders and your knees right underneath your hips. Start to circle through your shoulders. Warming up your wrists. Reversing the direction of the circle. Keep breathing and stop in the middle. Tuck your toes. Slightly lift your knees off the floor. Very slight. Activate your core. Pull your belly button into your spine and then same thing. Circling through the wrists with the knees off the floor. And reversing the circles. Firing up those thighs. The abs, and gently bring your knees back down. Press yourself back into a child's pose with your toes still tucked. All the way forward. Very active child's pose. Keep your elbows long and straight. Walking the fingertips far forward and only then bringing your forehead to the floor. So your elbows are off the floor. Stretching into your armpits here. From here, start walking your hands and your torso over to the right. All the way until you reach your torso over the right knee and then walk your left hand a little bit more forward, sitting your hips back down, stretching deeply underneath the left armpit. See if you can release the left shoulder against that. Start to walk your hands back through the center, all the way over to the left. Getting your torso over the left knee. And once you arrive there, walk your right hand even further forward. From there, sink your hips back down. Big stretch underneath your right armpit and on the top of the right rib cage. Seeing if you can release the right trapezius muscle, top of the shoulder. Gently walk your hands back to the center. Take one more moment of a big stretch here. You can walk your hips a little bit forward, walk your hands a little bit more forward. Press your elbows in to the floor, stretching your shoulders up even more. Stretching inside your armpits, tucking your sit bones up. And from there, look at your hands, come back into your all fours. You can untuck your toes here. So again, wrists directly below the shoulders, knees directly below the hips. With a neutral spine, open your right arm to the side. And then bring it down, stick it underneath the left. Pressing into your left hand to twist your spine up to the ceiling. Keep breathing. Press a little bit more into your left hand. From there, roll your right cheek back down to the floor. Walk your left fingertips forward and then up and over your head, over to the right side, making a big twist. See if you can keep your hips even. Then press your left hand palm down into the floor. Twisting your back, opening that left armpit. Maybe looking up underneath your left shoulder, your left armpit. Gently roll your face back down. Walk the left hand back. Put it next to your face. Press into your left hand to come back into your all fours. Take one round of cat-cow, breathing out, rounding the back, round, 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 softening the chest, breathing in, arching the back all the way, up, up, up. Coming back to neutral spine. From there, opening your left arm up to the ceiling, then reaching down underneath the right, twisting your spine by pressing into your right hand, looking up at the ceiling. Keep your hips even. Press a little bit more down into that right hand to twist even more. And then roll your left cheek back down to the floor. Start crawling your right fingertips up and over your head into the left diagonal corner. Walk them as far as you can and then press down into that hand palm, stretching underneath the right armpit. You can look up underneath the right armpit and keep your hips even. So here the hips tend to sink a little bit to the right. Make sure you push them back into the center. Push them a little bit, feeling wise, a little bit to the left. And gently coming out of this, roll your cheek back down, crawl your fingers back down, press down into your right hand next to your face to come back into your all fours. Breathing out, rounding your back fully, fully, fully. Breathing in, arching. Come back to neutral spine, tuck your toes under. Press yourself into downward dog. First downward dog of the day, walking out through your feet, dropping your head. You can shake your head. No, shake your head. Yes. Shift your hips side to side. Just get really comfortable in this familiar place that is downward dog. Then take 3 breaths here in stillness. Looking up at your hands. Start walking your feet forward all the way to the top of your mat. Coming halfway up. You can keep your legs slightly bent here if your hamstrings are not quite ready yet. Rounding down. Be super gentle. Bend your knees deeply. Start rolling up your spine. Slowly all the way up, up, up. Take a deep breath at the top, grounding down through your feet. Toes are spread. The weight is evenly divided over all 4 corners of your feet. Your knees are somewhere in between being fully straight and fully bent, so don't lock your knees. Also, don't let them bend. Find an easy balance where your knees are free, strong. Your pelvis is heavy, long lower back. Belly button into the spine. Rib cage is floating up and away from the hips. Shoulder blades gliding down the back. Chest open. You can open your hand palms to the front. Encouraging the chest to open even more, the shoulder blades to slide down more, and lengthening the back of your neck. Very small drop of the chin, softening of the jaw. Now shift your weight into the left foot. Lift your right knee up. Then place your right foot on top of your left thigh, parallel. Breathe in, lifting your arms up overhead. You can look up if you're ready. If it's too much for your balance, just keep your head down, keep your head straight forward. Now bring your left arm forward and your right arm back, so we're twisting here. Then bending forward slightly so you can bring the left arm all the way over the top of the right knee, on the outside of the right knee. Then stand up straight and twist over to the right. Very simple twist here. To come out, bring your face back to the front. Twist your arms back up. Lift the right foot, step it down next to the left. Drop your arms down. Take a deep breath. Shifting the weight into the right foot. Lift the left foot off. Then place your left foot on the top of your right thigh. As much as possible, parallel, so with your left knee still facing forward. Breathing in, bring your arms up overhead. If you want, you can look up at your hands, challenging your balance from here, twisting open towards the left. So your right arm comes forward, left arm comes back. Then bring your right hand all the way to the outside of your left knee.
maybe slightly bending forward to get there, then standing upright, start to twist over to the left, pressing with your right hand into that left knee to twist yourself even more. Coming back, bring your face back to the center, then bring both your arms up. Lift the left foot off, step it down next to the right, bring your arms down. Take your arms into prayer in front of your chest, drop your chin. Gentle stretch for the back of the neck, humble bowing down. Drop your arms down, looking forward, breathing in, lift your arms up overhead. Breathing out, swan diving forward. Breathing in, coming halfway up. And breathe out, step back into a plank position. First plank, take a moment to arrive. Take a moment to feel your heels pulling back to the back wall, your belly button pulling in towards the spine, back of your neck long. Strong, stable position, pressing your hands fully down into the floor. Now bring your both knees down. Then bring your chin and your chest down so your pelvis stays up for a moment. From here, see if you can straighten through the knees so your pelvis is up, you're looking forward. Bending your knees back down. Slide your chest forward. Come into a little cobra. Untuck your toes. Keep the back of your neck long. On your next in-breath, press a little bit more down and come a little bit more up. And then roll the weight down. Tuck your toes. You can keep your knees bent against the floor to come up into plank, straightening through the knees, pressing back into downward dog. Press your heels down towards the floor, sit bones up towards the ceiling. Hug your lower ribs in. Lengthen the back of your neck. And step your feet slightly closer so you're making a slightly smaller downward dog. Press down into your left hand. Lift the right arm up and reach towards your left outside of the ankle with the right. Gentle twist in downward dog here. You can pull on your ankle, Look up underneath the left armpit. Gently bring your arm back into your downward dog, then press down strongly into that right hand, rooting down and reach with the left hand to the outside of the right ankle. See if you can keep both heels flat. Then pulling on that ankle, look up underneath your right armpit. Twisting. Gently stepping your hand back into your downward dog. Start lifting your right leg up so you're still in a slightly smaller downward dog than normal. And your right leg is lifting up parallel. Very simple, very easy. Pointing through that right foot. Then lift the foot up higher, opening the hip. Bend the knee, start to pull the knee in towards the chest.
And then start to twist yourself, lifting the left arm off the floor, twisting the right foot through. And if you fall, it doesn't matter. Opening your face up to the ceiling, gently coming back. And really lift the right foot, opening the hip, bringing again the knee into the chest, and this time we're going to roll forward, step the foot between the hands, drop the left knee down. Now here it's your choice. You can take your blocks or put your hands on top of your knee. Whatever feels good to you. And just take a moment to sink your hips down and forward as you lean your weight into your blocks or into your right knee. Keep lengthening the back of your neck. From here, straightening the left leg. Pressing down into the knee now if the blocks are not high enough. Then float up both your arms. Sink your hips a little bit down lower. Lift your arms up more to twist to the right so that the left arm comes forward, right arm comes back. Very simple twist. Bring your arms back up, twisting in the other direction. Right arm forward, left arm back. Maybe looking all the way back over your left arm. Bringing your arms back up. Straightening the front knee. Now open your arms and bring the left heel down. Sliding forward, coming into a small triangle. Still waking up so you can keep your right arm quite high on your right leg. From here, bring your left arm down and replace your right hand. So you're bringing your left hand on top of your shin, maybe just below the knee, lifting the right arm up, twisting to the right. From there, both hands on top of your shin. Start bending the right leg. You can walk your knees up toward your hands up towards the right knee. Sinking your hips down into a warrior two pose. Open your left arm all the way up and over. Keep leaning your right hand into the knee. Giving yourself a little bit of support here. And from there, keep the same position of the hips. Just slide the right arm out. Strong warrior two. Reaching forward now, windmill both your hands down. Lift the left heel off the floor. Come into your plank pose. Your choice. You can drop your knees down or come down straight legs into chaturanga. Either a small cobra or a big up dog. From there, optional extra push-up or coming straight into your downward facing dog. Pressing your heels down. Lifting your sit bones up, dropping the head. Then take a small step slightly closer with your feet than normal. Press down strongly into the right hand. Lift the left hand off the floor and Bring it to the outside of the right knee, twisting, looking up underneath the right armpit. Gently changing sides, bring your left hand back, press down firmly into it with your fingers really spread, then reach with the right hand for the outside of the left ankle. Looking up underneath your left armpit, twisting. Gently coming back, still in your smaller than normal downward dog position. Start to lift your left foot off the floor. Parallel, very simple, keeping the weight evenly divided between your two hands. Point through the left foot. Start bringing the left foot into the knee and then cross it over to the right, shifting your weight into the left hand, opening the right arm up to the ceiling, twisting, balancing here. Gently coming back, re-lifting your left foot, opening the hip. Drop the left foot down. Then pull your knee into your chest, this time rolling straight forward, stepping the foot between the hands. Drop your right knee down. Now your choice, you can lean on your blocks or place your hands on top of your knee. Softening your hips, sinking your hips down lower. Stretching into the front of the right thigh. From here, if you're leaning on blocks, put them to the side. Place hands on top of your knees, stretching the right leg. Strong, low, warrior one. Rising both your arms up. Lift your hands up even more and then twisting open to the left so the right arm comes forward, left arm comes back. Reversing the direction, coming back up with your arms. Now twisting over to the right, right arm back, left arm forward. Lifting the arms back up, coming to the center. Straightening through your front knee. Now drop the right heel down. Open your arms. Reach forward with the left arm and place it very high, just below the knee. So we're taking quite a high triangle here. Even if this is too far, you can place your hand on top of the knee. Really easing into the practice today. Very high triangle. From here, start to bring your right arm down, replacing the left hand with the right. So the outside of your right foot is still pressing down into the floor and your left arm reaches up, twisting, balancing here. Then bring that arm back down. Place both your hands on top of your knee and start to bend the left knee down. Sitting down into your warrior two pose. Supporting your weight of your torso on your knee. Bring your right arm up and over to the back. Twisting your spine all the way open. From there, slide your left arm up. Your hands are pulling out and away from each other.
Hips are sinking down low. From here, windmill your arms back down. Lift the right heel. Step back into plank. Come down, chaturanga, into upward facing dog. With an optional extra push-up into downward facing dog. Looking up at your hands. Walk your feet back. And coming halfway up. Rolling the weight back down. Bending through the knees, rolling up. Standing up tall. With your hands, palms facing forward. Chin slightly drop down. Back of the neck long. Step your weight into the left foot. Lift the right leg. Right knee up. Just like before, step the right foot on top of the left thigh. This time we're going to twist to the left. So you can slide the right arm inside the right knee, twisting yourself open to the left. Pressing with your hand against your knee, with your knee against your hand. And bring your face back forward. Now start sliding your elbow and your upper arm down. You can round your back here. When you reach below, start to wrap the right arm around the right knee, exactly like we did in the squat before. From there, start to stand up, bringing your whole right leg with you. Standing up as straight as possible. Straightening through the left knee. Straightening through the torso. From here, round back down. Step the right foot back onto the top of the left thigh. Unclasp the hands. Rounding back up. Palms open. Lift the right knee off. Flex the foot and step the foot back down. One deep breath here, mountain pose. Then shifting the weight into the right foot, lift the left knee off the floor, left foot off the floor, step the left foot on top of the right thigh. Then slide the left hand on the inside of the left knee. Press against that knee, twisting yourself over to the right. Maybe looking all the way back. From there, bring your face back to the center. Start rounding down. You can already wrap the right arm around your back. Rounding, rounding, rounding. Until you can wrap your left arm around the left knee. Bind your hands exactly like we did in the squat. Then using that leverage to stand up, bringing your left foot up with you. Standing up straight. Long back of the neck, long lower spine. And gently rounding back down. Step that left foot back onto your right thigh. Then untwist, unbind, rolling up, opening your hand palms. Step the left foot down, One deep breath in. Then lift your arms up overhead. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, swan back down. Hands next to feet. Breathing in, halfway up. Breathing out, stepping or jumping back into your plank. Right away down, chaturanga. Into upward facing dog. Optional push-up. Into downward facing dog. Lifting your right foot off the floor. Opening that right hip. Keep pressing down equally through both hands so your right armpit is still reaching down. Bending the right knee. Bring it up more to the ceiling. From here, same thing. Bring your knee to your chest and then start to cross it over. Shift weight into the right hand. Straightening the right knee, lifting the left arm up. Twisting. Gently coming back. Stick your right leg back up to the ceiling. Then bend the knee around forward. Step the foot between the hands. Float straight away up into your warrior one. Open warrior two. Sink the hips down lower. Then bring both arms up. Twist your left hip back forward. So your left heel comes off the floor, and keep twisting. Left arm forward, right arm back. I'm bringing the right hand to the outside of the left thigh. From here, bending the right knee more, start to bend the left knee down towards the floor. Lift your left arm up. Take a deep breath in and start to bend back. Gently coming back up. Keep the left arm up. Join it with the right. Join the hand palms into prayer. Twist over to the right. Connect your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Twisting the spine deeply. From here, straightening your back knee. Gently untwisting, bringing your torso back to upright. Then rounding forward over your front leg. Start to straighten your right leg. Just rounding yourself forward. You can walk your hands back if it feels good to you, with your fingertips facing back, reaching towards the back foot. Maybe even bending the elbows a little bit. Keeping your both hips even so your left hip is coming forward and down. From here, walk back forward. Bend the right knee deeply. Step it back into plank. Chaturanga down. Into upward dog. Into downward facing dog.
Start lifting your left foot off the floor. Lifting it all the way, opening the hip. Keep pressing down evenly through your both hands. Left armpit still reaching down. Right leg stays parallel. From here, start to pull your knee across your chest over to the right side. Shift weight into the left hand. Open the right arm to the ceiling, twisting. Gently coming back. Stick the left foot back up to the ceiling. Then bend that left knee. Lift it up higher. And then pull it into the chest, roll the weight forward. Step the foot between the hands. Float into your warrior one right away. Sink the hips down lower. From there, opening into warrior two. Sink the hips down lower. And bring your both arms up. Lift the right heel up. Keep twisting open so your right arm comes forward, left arm comes back. Left arm reaches for the outside of the right thigh. And start to bend both your knees till your right knee hits the floor. Lift your right arm up, bending back gently in a twist. Gently coming back up. Join the right arm with the left. Bring your both hands into prayer. Twist the spine over to the left. Put the outside of your right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Twisting, twisting, twisting the spine. And then lifting your right knee off the floor. Twist even more. Start to look down. Untwist the torso. Bring your hands down next to your foot and start to straighten your left knee. Hang your torso down. Maybe walking your hands back with your palms flat and your fingers facing backwards. Your hips both even, so your right hip comes a little bit forward and down. From there, gently walk your hands forward. Deeply bend your left knee. Step it back into plank. Chaturanga down. Upward facing dog. Let's come into a child's pose for a moment. Take 10 deep breaths here. I'll be right back. from your child's pose. Come back into your downward dog. Look forward at your hands. You can step or jump back. Coming halfway up, rounding down, bending through the knees, rolling yourself all the way up, opening your palms. From here, shifting the weight into the left foot. Reach your right leg up, your knees bent, your foot is flexed. Now with your left hand, start to reach to the outside of the right foot. Right arm can come on top of your hip. Start by standing upright, your knee coming closer to your shoulder. So you're already twisting here. And only if you can keep your standing legs strong and straight, start to straighten your right knee. Start first by just lifting the shin, keeping the leg very bent. And only then, only if you can keep the standing leg straight, do you start to work towards straightening the right leg. If it doesn't straighten all the way, it doesn't matter. Keep your lower back straight and your standing leg straight. And if you're comfortable there with a straight right leg, opening the right arm to the back, maybe twisting your face all the way to the back wall, looking over your right thumb. Gently bringing everything back to the center, releasing the foot. Open your hand palms, step the right foot down with control. One deep breath here in your mountain pose. Then shift the weight into the right foot. Bring your left knee up. Flip your right palm around and start to twist to reach for the outside of the left foot with the right hand. Once you've got that, start by standing straight and place your left hand on your left hip. To start to straighten the left knee, first bring the shin parallel with the floor. Keep straightening through the right standing leg, and lengthening all the way to the back. Then very gently straightening through the left knee, only as far as you can take it while keeping the right leg straight. And maybe lifting your left arm behind you, looking out over the left thumb behind you, lengthening everything out more. Gently bending the knee, bringing your arms back. Untwist, opening your palms, step your left foot down. Bring your hands to prayer, bow your head. We'll do one more simple flow and then we'll go to the floor. Open your arms up to the ceiling. Breathing out, swan diving down. Coming halfway up with your back. And then stepping or jumping back into your plank pose. Chaturanga down. Upward facing dog. Into downward facing dog. Right away, lift your right foot off the floor. Lift the hip, bring the foot really, really high. Bend the knee, come down into your wild thing, opening the chest. Moving through all sorts of twists here. Reversing the direction, come back exactly the same way you came in. Now bend the knee and twist the knee across the chest, lifting the left arm off the floor, opening, bringing it back down the same way you came in, sticking the right foot back up, bending the knee to the chest, stepping into your warrior one, opening into warrior two. From here, straightening the front knee, going into a little back bend. Windmilling your arms back down. Reaching right arm forward. Coming into your triangle. Reversing that triangle, bringing your left arm down to the ankle. Opening the right arm. Bringing both arms down. Now lifting the left heel. Bend the right knee. Step into warrior three pose, into half moon pose, opening your left hip, opening the left arm. Maybe balancing, lifting off the right fingertips. Bring your both arms back down to the floor, bend the right knee, step back into your lunge. Then step back into your plank, chaturanga down, upward facing dog, into downward facing dog. Right away, lifting the right foot off, opening the hip, bending that left knee, bringing it down to the floor to come into your wild thing, opening your chest, chest. Reversing the direction. Stick your left foot back up. Now bring that knee to the chest, crossing, opening your right arm up to the ceiling and straightening the left leg. Gently coming back. Bringing your left foot back all the way up. Bend that knee into the chest. Step into your warrior one. Opening into your warrior two. Straightening front knee, coming into a little back bend. Windmilling your arms. Reach forward with the left, come into triangle pose. From there, reverse the triangle, replace the left hand with the right. Open the right hand to the ceiling. Bring the left arm down. Lift the right heel. Bend the left leg a little bit. Walk your hands forward and step into your half moon pose. Flexing the right foot. Opening the right hip. Lift the right arm up to the ceiling. Maybe balancing here by lifting your left fingertips off the floor. Gently bringing your arms back down, pointing through the right foot, bend the left knee, step back into your big lunge. From here back into plank, chaturanga down, upward facing dog, into child's pose. 5 deep breaths here. When you're gently roll up your spine. Roll your weight back over your feet and come to sitting with your legs long in front of you. Bend your right knee. Step your foot close to your pelvis. And bring your right arm on the inside of the right knee and do that same bind that we've done a few times. So your left arm reaches behind your back for your right hand. From here, pressing into the shin with the right armpit, twisting yourself over to the left. Bring yourself back down. Lift the right foot off the floor. See if you can keep the bind. Step the foot over the top of the left knee. Twist again, a little bit deeper this time, twisting to the left. Gently coming back, unbinding. Now twisting in the other direction, so bringing your left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Place your right hand behind your sacrum. Twist your spine all the way over to the right. And from here, if you'd like to try and bind, you can wriggle your left hand into the crook of your right knee. Fold it there. And then reach your right hand behind your back to clasp that left hand. Make sure you sit on top of your sit bones, lengthening your back before you twist, twist, twist. Gently unravel. Bring your right leg back over, lengthen it, then bend the left knee. Step your heel quite close to your sit bone. And start by wrapping your left arm from the inside around your left leg, exactly like we did in the beginning of the class in the squat. Also in that standing flamenco pose. From here, pressing with your inner left arm against the inside of the left knee, twisting yourself open to the right. Keep breathing deeply, keep lengthening through the spine, twist. From there, gently coming back to the center, lift your left leg with the help of your bound arms. Step that foot over the top of the right knee. Same twist. A little bit deeper here. Twisting yourself over to the right. See if you can lengthen through the whole spine. Twist, twist, twist. Then bringing your head back to the middle, unbinding your hands. Changing your arms so your right arm, the elbow comes to the outside of the left knee. Left hand supporting behind your sacrum. Pressing into the knee with the right elbow. Twist, twist, twist.
And if you'd like to find bending, so you have to turn your right arm a little bit in, then bending that elbow, crawling your hand into that space between your two legs, then reaching the left arm behind your back to clasp the right. Maybe walk your left foot a little bit forward so you have space to sit on top of your sit bones. From here, twist deeper, using the leverage of the right elbow against the knee, lengthening the spine as you breathe in, twisting more as you breathe out. Twist, twist, twist. Gently uncurling. Bring your both legs long in front of you and just hang over for a moment. Just let the spine relax after all of this twisting. You can do a very passive stretch here. Hanging forward over your knees. Releasing all the shoulders, all the muscles between the shoulders and the neck, lower back. From here, start to roll up. With your left hand, grab the outside of your right foot. Just like we did in standing, you can use your right hand here to push yourself off the floor, lifting your right leg, lengthening your spine up. From there, reach the right arm back behind you and twist your spine. Look out over the right thumb. Gently coming out of this, bring everything back down. Changing sides. If you can't reach the outside of your left foot with your right hand, bend the knee as much as you need. You can just as easily do this with a bent leg here. So it's really up to you and your flexibility. If you can do it with a straight leg, great. You can use the left hand for leverage, pushing yourself off. From there, lifting your left arm up behind you and looking out over the top of your left thumb. Stretching your back all the way up your spine, lifting up to the ceiling. Twisting even more. From here, gently bring everything back down. Take another moment, passively hanging your back forward over your spine. You can shift your shoulder blades side to side if it feels good. From there, gently start to roll up. Take one of your blocks or a book. Come to sitting on top of your block. You're going to come into cobbler. So I like to do this on a block because it gives me a lot more space for my lower back to straighten. If you're very flexible and this is very easy for you, maybe the block doesn't help you, then of course do it without a block. I like to sit on the edge of the block so that I can roll my whole pelvis forward
The block tips to one side, as you can see. The block is tipping over and my lower back gets an opportunity to lengthen. And start by grabbing your feet and opening them up to the ceiling like a book. Just a small little hands-on with your feet, pressing a little bit of weight down into the floor through your feet. Opening the ankles more, which allows the knees to soften more, which allows the hips to soften more. From here, let go of your feet, and then you can, if you'd like to increase the stretch, you can place your elbows on your inner thighs or on top of your knees. And very gently start to use the weight of your torso to slide your knees open more. Be super gentle here. Tipping on the side of your block, lengthening your lower back. Very gently opening your knees and then rounding the top of your back so your lower back stays as much as possible in the same position. And then you just relax your upper back on top of that. You can release the grip on the legs and just let your elbows hang down if it feels good to you. It can sometimes also feel good to grab your hands behind your head and gently pull your head down, but also here be very, very gentle with yourself, very careful. Gently start to roll yourself back up. Remove the block from behind you. Use your hands to bring your knees back in. Then roll down, come to lying on your back, pulling your knees into your chest. From here, start to roll your weight back, bring your feet all the way over your head. Any variation that feels right to you here, you can have your knees bent or straight. You can interclasp your fingers, intertwine your fingers and open your chest here. Straightening your legs maybe. Walking your feet more back away from your head to increase the stretch on your lower back. On your upper back, on your neck. From there you can Bend your knees deeply, bring them down next to your ears, unclasp your hands if they're clasped. Bring your hands to the backs of your heels and start to pull your knees down next to your ears. Again, be very gentle here with your neck. If anything hurts, back off, take it easy. From here, let's come to easy shoulder stand. Bring your elbows to the floor and support your lower back with your hands. And bring your legs all the way up. Lengthening through the feet. Turning the world upside down for a moment helps us change perspectives. Gently bringing your feet back down. Slide your hands all the way to the outside of the feet and start to roll your back down slowly. Bending your knees, rolling yourself into a happy baby pose. Holding the outsides of your feet, rolling your pelvis all the way down to the floor, pulling your knees down next to you. Big stretch for the inner thighs, inside the hips. You can shift the weight a little bit side to side, let your spine roll side to side. And lengthening your legs. Come to lying in your Shavasana. We'll do just a little spine twist here to finish the class. Bring your right knee to the chest. Pull it in towards the right shoulder. Releasing into the right hip. And then start to pull the right knee across the chest. Lengthen your right arm out to the side. Take it super slowly here. Slowly rolling your right knee all the way to the floor. Seeing if you can keep your right shoulder down on the floor. Opening your left arm. Roll your head over to the right. See if you can relax everything and make this a very passive spine twist. Every out breath you take, you sink yourself lower down. Your hips releasing, your shoulders releasing. Breathing into any tight spots. No judgment, no ambition, just breath. Super gently, with the help of your left hand, bring your right knee back. Roll back onto your back. Changing sides, lengthen your right leg. Bend your left knee in towards your chest, in towards the left shoulder. And gently starting to pull that left knee across the chest over to the right. Take your time. See if you can roll over in the most relaxed, lazy way with minimum effort, minimum tension. Dropping the knee down to the floor. Opening both arms, seeing if you can keep the left shoulder as much as possible connected to the floor. And then let's just let the gravity do its work. Simple, easy. You can close your eyes here if it helps you to relax. Keep breathing. Keep softening. Releasing the shoulders, releasing the hips, releasing the neck. And then with the help of your right hand, start to bring the left knee back again, slowly and lazily. Lengthening that leg along the floor. Come to lying in your Shavasana. You can open your hips, your feet a bit wider than your hips. Lengthen the back of your neck. And just lie completely still, signaling to your nervous system that everything is fine. There's no fidgeting, no nervousness. Deep calm, deep silence. Giving your body the space and time to integrate everything it's learned. Allow your breath to do what it wants. Natural breath, however that is for you right now, just let it be. You can observe it, but there's no need to change it. Releasing your whole weight down into the floor. Breathing in and out softly, and with every out breath, melting yourself a little bit more down. Like your ice cream popsicle. Lying in the sun, not that hot of a sun that it melts all at once, but a warm, comfortable sun. It feels really good on your skin, and slowly you're melting. Slowly melting down into puddle that sinks into the floor, sinks into the ground. Maybe you're lying on grass, so you're being absorbed by the grass. Melting, 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 sinking, sinking, sinking down. Staying as long as you like in your Shavasana, enjoying the feeling of melting, softening. I want to thank you for joining today. Thank you very much. It's an absolute honor to be practicing with so many of you all the time. It's really great. I am back tomorrow morning, 8:30, same time. Like I said, if you have any wishes or questions, you're welcome to comment. All of your support is also super, super appreciated. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the subscribing, the liking, following. And I wish you a beautiful day. Drink a lot of water. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye. Enjoy the sunshine. Bye, bye, bye.